and welcome back to Season 5 of Survival Minecraft. So, we are restarting this again. There was a small error with the save file of the one we uploaded the weekend of the update. So we are going to try this again. Go ahead and grab some of this wood before it all burns up. I think that tree is unsalvageable, unfortunately. So for the most part, this is 100% survival, or this is vanilla. There is one or two structures that is not, and a few game mechanics that are not, such as the trees, the gravity of the trees. But other than that, for the most part, and I also have a vein miner installed. But other than that, more of a quality of life functionality mods than anything else. Once we get far enough in the game, we do have 1 and 2 enchantment mods added as well. But other than that, we are running. That was way too close. Far more similar to vanilla. Where was it? Over here? I know I saw it, and we decided to grab the trees first. So there it is. We did take out many of the structure packs, not quite all of them, but we did take out many of the structure packs. The ones I did leave in are dungeon packs. Once we get far enough into the game, I may add a couple of them back in, but as of right now, they are not. So we are running in the same seed as last time, so I do know a couple of the secrets of this. At this point, I know there is a cherry grove there and a cherry grove there, and we did choose to build our base on one of those. But first, we need to hunt down some sheep. First goal of the game is always going to be a bed. That first night can be very tough when you're running on hard mode if you do not have a bed to sleep in. Now, we are not on hardcore, we are on hard mode, or difficulty. There is a difference, mainly in that I have more than one life. Otherwise, this would be a very poor series indeed. I'm still working on my PvE abilities to be able to handle a hardcore world. Skeletons are the bane of my, or not skeletons. Skeletons aren't too bad. Creepers. Creepers are the bane of my existence. The black sheep lives. And a grey one as well. Bummer. Well, there's another herd that If you're seeing the entities freeze, it's because I have my ender distance up really high, but I have our simulation distance up really low at the moment. Just to see what's really around us. Once we really actually get to play through, that will be changing. Another one. That's a bummer. Well, we need to keep our eye out for one white sheep. Then we will have enough wool for both beds. Great one over. So, I'm not seeing our color flower either, so that is a-okay. Back towards our base, because we are going to head up the mountain, I think. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and return our to somewhat normal and go with that. Couple of donkeys down here. Now, I have to say the one bad thing about our world will probably not come into play until later on. Luckily, but I have found that there is one thing about this world I do not like. But it is forgivable, all things. Whoa. Okay. I know it's rather useless on a gold pickaxe, but I'm not just gonna leave it, so that is coming with us. Well, that's gonna make it fun when we do mines. I found that mountains usually mean dripstone caves. Unfortunately, once you start getting above the 100 block point, the chances of you being above a dripstone cave area goes up significantly. So, we have a cherry grove right here. And this is what we will be building over by, more specifically, we will be building in this corner. So, right in through here. So, we will be back to talk in just a little bit. And welcome back. So, let's step outside so you can get the full image first. So, outside wise, it is not my most adventurous, build, we just went for 2 squares pretty much this time. So, and it is not finished. Eventually, I want to come in and want to have a wraparound porch, make the entrance a little bit better, easier to get into. But this is what we have at the moment. I know it's a lot of pink. We do have some white diorite. Not my favorite block, but it actually looks pretty good with the pink. And then some spruce to sort of match it, and break it up a little bit. And so we have our main house essentials over here. We have a bit of a bedroom over here, table, little kitchen, little couch with a screen. It's a painting, but you all know how we do things. And then we go downstairs. This is a bit of an empty space. I am debating on what to put in it. Leave a comment. What do you think should go here? So this build has taken a little bit longer than I was wanting. Everything has already been moved over, however. We are on day 75, so this is the edge of that upstairs build. So then you get into the lower builds. So this is the first floor. We've got a pretty good lookout point, which is why I did this entire side in glass. Give a little bit of a curve so it's not a straight square, but you can sort of see what is around us. We have a little bit of a farm down over there, and I will show it to you here in a minute. Just one of the things that we have worked on while we have been doing this build. So we've got food, plant-based here, and we have extra to put those in as we go along. Over here we have our meat selections, and again, we've got plenty of room to move that as we go along. Plants, so we've got greenery in this top one, we've got a large fern and kelp, and then going down we will have more flowers and that kind of stuff. Again, I did make this sort of storage space big enough to be usable for quite a while. Will it be our final storage building? Probably not. Will it be our main one? Yes. So right here we have map and a compass. We have paper, and then I have, this is going to be space for books or whatever. These bottom two are really empty. So there's space built in for miscellaneous as well. So this one's going to be a little bit more of a miscellaneous section right here. It's assigned, but it's not really assigned. Now this one right here is going to be for all mob drops for the overworld. So arrows, ender pearls, ominous banners, bones, feathers, fire charges. So overworld, nether, and ends. Shulker box shells will probably not get put in here, but ender pearls, as you can see, will. Several of the drops from gas and that kind of stuff will get put in here. Now, wither skeleton heads will probably not. This section right here is empty. It is unassigned. Same with this one and this one. And then we've got a miscellaneous section of this here. So basically what this section is I've got a miscellaneous section. If this grows, if we get a ton of the goat horns, if we get a ton of music discs, that kind of stuff, they'll go here. These chests aren't just assigned yet. For example, one of these chests might get assigned for rails and minecarts and that kind of stuff. It just depends, and some of that is just what drops we get and that kind of stuff. And then this section over here is wood and wood types. We don't have all of the wood types yet, and so these appear to be empty, but they are assigned. So we've got cherry, spruce, the barrels here. We've got 2 barrels for sticks, a barrel for chests, a barrel for barrels, and a barrel for workspaces. Um, so crafting tables, blast furnaces, stone cutters, anvils, all of that kind of stuff. Oak, birch, the main picture is going to be saplings. So once we get a sapling, these will be replaced with actual saplings. I don't have any birch saplings, so we've got birch wood. I don't have any acacia wood saplings. I don't have a mangrove proper grow yet. So, and the way these are set up is the top one is empty. That's going to be your overflow space, but then you have your saplings chest, your wood log chest. So cherry was the one we've got plenty of, so you should be able to see it. So cherry log and wood. We've got this. I did go ahead and install the data pack. Arbora saplings. Arbora. Now we don't have the full data pack installed, so it's not going to affect world generation. Arbora is a data pack that affects world generation, making more lakes and rivers. It cleans up the world. Go ahead and check out Modern Minecraft Season 5. That is Arbora on World Gen. This one basically just gives us those tree sizes, so we can make a double cherry tree. Some of those doubles, singles, some of that kind of stuff. Those do drop logs, however, or the wood instead of just the logs, which is a side effect that I was not thinking about, but more it gives you the larger tree types, more diversity in their spawning as well. So then we've got spruce. So then you've got the planks as we go down. You've got logs here, planks here, and then you've got a miscellaneous here, which is going to be any of the stuff that you make from that is specifically this wood type. And that is why chests and barrels and that kind of stuff have their own, because they do not come in a specific wood type. For example, if we go over here to the spruce, we've got a lot of the different wood type stuff, a lot more, and so you can see it a little bit more. Same with oak, and then we'll have the last two overworld wood types here. I do not include the nether wood types in this, so this one will be staying, this level will be staying the way it is. This one, because of the way I brought the staircases down, we do have a bit of an empty area over here that I'm trying to decide what to do with. It will probably become either a crafting station, a furnace station, or something like that. Haven't decided yet, but it does give us a little bit more of an open space. And we do have these chandelier type things going all the way down. Now, usually I don't like to leave them floating, unfortunately, because I made this very symmetrical. Having the two pillars going all the way down for the hanging chandeliers just did not look great. So got sort of the same here. So then we've got our next level. This is our block floor. It is for the most part still empty. We have not gathered a whole bunch of blocks yet. So that whole side is completely empty. As we go along, we will fill it up, but as of right now, it is empty. It's going to be overflow for what gets put over here, and so we can move stuff over there as we go along. Thinking about it now, I accidentally put nether and the lush caves and the dripstone blocks downstairs. on our final level, those will probably actually get put up here. Not that I have any of that kind of stuff yet, but those will actually get put on this second floor as we are designating this more of our blocks rather than our items floor. So, cobblestone, deep slate, cobble deep slate, which we don't have any yet, but we do have the section here for it once we get it. And then tough will actually be going here across from the glass, and I've got 2 chests set aside for that, because it is a pretty common block once you get down far enough. Snowball, snow block, this is a miscellaneous barrel at the moment. Obsidian, stone, and we've got 2 barrels here for stone. I don't have silk touch, so eventually one of these over here will probably get moved to being an actual stone chest. Again, inside the house, we will only be designating 4 of these chests. Once we start needing more, we will build a second storage building that will be a more of a storage silo type thing. Maybe not on the scale of the 100 days silo, but quite possibly. I mean, that one wasn't humongous, but it was pretty big. Dirt here. We've got sand, and then I've got a chest right below it set aside for sandstone. Don't have any yet, but it will be there for when it's ready. Gravel is right below that, and I do have 2 chests because it is found in both the nether and the overworld. And so you tend to gather a lot of gravel. Same with sand. Glass. And I do have 1 chest. We do have a second chest available here. It's technically a miscellaneous chest. I haven't assigned it, but it may become a glass chest. Not sure I'm going to collect that much glass, but quite possibly. Otherwise, I might move sandstone into this chest here and give the second one over here for sand. But who knows? Again, those are for tough once we get down that way. Gravel or granite, andesite, diorite, and this one will probably be for calcite once we get it. Miscellaneous. So this section is miscellaneous. So these are for those blocks we haven't gotten yet. Concrete blocks, that kind of stuff. So all of the things, all of the different dirt types, that kind of stuff that we haven't quite gotten yet. Same with that side. As I said, I made it's not really expandable, so I made sure to put plenty of space in so that it could grow with us. Now again, I had set this section for nether and end stuff, but that is actually going to get moved upstairs. So here we've got experience potions. It's a common drop in the data pack that we have, the mining data pack that we've got. So wanted to make sure we have it, and then we've got 3 sets of miscellaneous here. And then we're going to jump on this corner before jumping on that side real quick. So this corner has been divided up into tools and gear. This is empty at the moment, but that's just because we haven't, as we get some of that kind of stuff, it will probably get filled up with more of these miscellaneous tools and gear that don't really, so elytra will probably go in one of these, that kind of stuff. Shovels in this one, axes in this one, and they are sorted. So the reason all of these on top is stone and leather is because this top row is stone and leather, second is iron and gold, third is diamond, and then the last is going to be our netherite. So, and then we've got this other side over here, which we are going to talk about. So I'm actually going to reset this. just a little bit. Just because we don't have that much stuff quite yet, so it's easiest if I'm going to reset something to reset it now. So all of our emeralds are going to this bottom section here. Only one chest because we don't get a whole lot. Now we do have this chest for overflow just in case, but again, emeralds aren't really something I get a whole lot of. Diamonds on the other hand, are something I do like to collect, and with the 1.20 upgrades, there's a lot more uses for diamonds. So, we have not actually gone mining, but we have explored a couple of villages, and we have run into some blacksmiths chests. So, we have gotten a couple of diamonds, not a ton, but a couple of diamonds. And then this is going to be our overflow chest. Redstone and lapis lazuli. I don't have any lapis. We do have some redstone. And then this side over here is going to be more of our copper. At least these two chests, we can pull it all the way down if necessary. It really depends on how much of these chests I actually need. Grab these real quick. Because knowing me, I'm going to need the second chest for the diamonds, where I won't need a second chest for the emeralds. There we go. So that's at least 3 chests for the copper, and this one will probably end up being diamond. A little bit more miscellaneous right here. Coal block, empty at the moment, and then our flint. Iron and gold. And the reason iron and gold get their own section is because this top chest is for raw ingots, blocks of raw, our actual iron nuggets and gold, iron ingots and gold nuggets, and then our actual blocks of that. May seem overkill, but once we actually really get into gathering resources and that kind of stuff, it will not be as much. Make sure we have that with us. And then the chests up here are more miscellaneous. We do have one set aside that is specifically for torches, which I don't have any in because we're still more beginning game and I haven't set aside, or I haven't crafted up a ton. We are using vanilla tweaks, so we do have the crafting pad. Other than that, it changes a couple of recipes, but it doesn't change a whole bunch beyond that. Other than it makes creepers actually burn up in the daytime, which I'm not going to complain about. But I've disabled most of the rest of the tweaks for that, so beyond the crafting and that kind of stuff. I'm just gonna take those with us. Now, what we have finished beyond our house. Not a crazy amount, but there's just some things that I figured as I was building up stuff, I had to spend the time anyways. We could work on other things over here. Now, this looks a bit overkill. I'm gonna be honest, it looks a bit overkill. Unfortunately, I do burn through a lot of food. so it's probably not as much overkill as you think. I like to have a good stock as well, because once we get into some big projects and that kind of stuff, I have a habit of not collecting from these guys. And so for me, it is just easier to be able to go through and get a big amount at one time than have to just continuously do this. So I did make up 6 this time. We are going to sleep before we do anything else real quick. There we go, so. And that is the main reason why I am gathering a whole bunch of this right now, is we do have 1 stack of cooked beef at the moment that's already cooked up, but we don't have anything more than that, so. I accidentally made a crap ton of spruce slabs, so instead of fencing, our pen is made of slabs. I know, it looks awkward, but don't really need to work on the second pen at this point, but I am going to go ahead and feed those up anyways. Once I've got flame aspect, I think it's flame aspect. That one may be the bow. Either way, whichever enchant it is that is flame on the sword, sometimes it's nice having them in a pen like that, just because you can go through and with that enchantment, it cooks it while collecting all at the same time. So our second big project that's going to be over here is going to be stairs down. Ouch. Just because this is a bit of a steep incline, and it will be so much easier once we can get up and down quicker. So we have our farms over here. They're not huge. There's a lot more wheat than anything else, but we do have a large wheat farm over here. We have got sweet berries along the back. We've got carrots here and potatoes here, and we've got a flex field here that can just sort of be whatever I need. We've got plenty of space here. Now, we are going to be dropping a mine right in this section. So, which is part of the reason I also put the food over here, is that there is going to be a small storage building for both food over here, and then we'll probably have a large storage section down below for whatever mine that we sink. Now, down over this way, we will go to the map because I'm not going to show you. We did some exploring. Had some resources we had to collect. Now, this village over here, we have not explored. this village over here, we have explored. That was the insane second village. It actually was supposed to be one village over here and one village over here, but they sort of merged. This is Choice Theorem's overhauled village, so. And then there is another village over here. These two we have looted. This one we have not. We have touched on these two. We have not finished. We have a jungle village over here that we have not explored. We have a plains village over here. We have another plains village over here that we have not explored. Another savannah village over here we have not explored. Another plains village over here we have not explored. A jungle village over here we have not explored. And of badlands that we have marked, but we have not explored. There was something over here I wanted to look at real quick. Nope, it just looked odd when it was. So. Then it looks like we have a lukewarm ocean. Does not look like we have any monuments in it. But I had originally wanted to do, instead of diorite, calcite, which is why we went hunting for stony peaks, which is why we went out this far. But then I remembered, we still don't have stairs and slabs for calcite. We have a small storage over here, mainly wheat seeds, a couple of others, but mainly that kind of stuff. Now, eventually, I do want to add pumpkin and melon over here, whether they will be over here or whether I'll be removing this hill or flattening out and doing something like that. This is going to be our farming island. It is very close to our spawn chunks, but it is right outside of our spawn chunks, I do believe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, just outside of it. So, but still with as high of a rendering distance as I've got mine up to at the moment, still within our render distance from base. With that being said, that is going to be all for the first episode of Season 5 Minecraft Survival. I will see you guys next time. Have a great and wonderful Minecraft day, and please like and subscribe. This is Amethyst64, signing off.